Ladies and gentlemen, this is TVP World. You're watching another edition of Military Mind, bringing you news from the front lines. I'm your host, Benjamin Lee. Overnight, Ukraine reported that its air defense units destroyed 47 of the 59 Russian drones launched at the country. The military said 12 drones struck 9 different locations in Ukraine. So far, there have been no immediate reports of casualties or damage. In southern Ukraine, Russian forces are actively attacking the Kherson-Mykolaiv highway with drones, which could lead to traffic restrictions, according to the head of the Kherson Regional Military Administration. He urged residents to avoid unnecessary travel on the road. Earlier this month, the UN mission reported that escalating fighting along the front line in Ukraine is driving civilian death, injuries, and new wave of displacement. In 2025, the mission estimated that more than 60% of all civilian casualties occurred in frontline areas, mainly from Russian artillery, drone strikes, and aerial bombs. Meanwhile, in occupied Crimea, a fire broke out on the railway in the city of Jankoy after a Ukrainian drone strike set ablaze a train transporting fuel for the Russian army. Now, this was the second attack on a military train in Jankoy in the past week. Ukraine also struck at a Russian air defense deployment point in the city. On the front line, Russian commanders appear to have abandoned attempts to exploit their breakthrough towards Dobropilya in the Donetsk region, after infiltration tactics have failed to secure a foothold. Analysts from the US-based Institute for the Study of War reports fewer Russian breakthroughs near the Dobropilya in recent days. Instead, Russian forces have shifted their focus to the north, east, and southwest of Pokrovsk, a sign of failure to consolidate gains and renewed pressure on the city. The Institute also points to reports of Ukrainian advances in the area, coupled with the absence of reports on Russian progress, as evidence that Russia's attempt to hold the breakthrough has faltered. Analysts note that infiltration tactics by small groups with low manpower density temporarily allowed limited Russian maneuvering east and southeast of Dobropilya, but these gains appear to have stalled. The Ukrainian armed forces have unveiled a new maritime drone called the Barracuda, developed by specialists from the 40th Separate Coastal Defense Brigade. Now, this is another step towards strengthening Ukraine's unmanned capabilities at sea. The Barracuda is a modern modular system that can be adapted for different missions. It can carry anti-tank grenade launchers to strike enemy equipment in coastal areas, or it can be used for remote mining, an important tool for deterring landings or blocked parts of the shoreline. With Russia relying on the Black Sea for logistics and trying to pressure Ukraine's southern regions, these drones are another move to shift the balance of power in Ukraine's favor. Intense fighting continues in the north of Kupiansk and the Kharkiv region. The 19th Special Purpose Center of the Military Law Enforcement Service has released a video showing the work of unmanned system operators and subsequently the assault on Russian troops' position in the northern part of the city. First, enemy fortifications were detected and targeted from the air, while precise drone strikes suppressed enemy firing points. And after that, Ukrainian armed forces units went on the offensive, securing their positions. Kupiansk remained one of the key areas of the front line where Russian troops are trying to advance. The system of interaction between drones and assault groups give Ukrainian soldiers an advantage in urban combat. Every move of the occupier is under constant aerial surveillance. The analytical project Deep State reports a successful airstrike by the defense forces on a Russian command post in the Soledar in the Donetsk region. According to official data, the strike eliminated the commander of one of the enemy's motorized rifle brigades along with 5 other officers. The target was a building used as a headquarters to coordinate Russian units in the area. After the strike, the building was heavily damaged and the occupier's command structure effectively dismantled. The destruction of this command post is of strategic importance, as the loss of battlefield coordination will complicate Russian offensive operations and weaken command and control across the front. In a village of Mogrytsia in the Sumy region, an incident occurred that looked like a scene from a movie but could have ended in tragedy. A local resident single-handedly neutralized the Russian FPV kamikaze drone operating on a fiber-optic cable. According to available information, the drone was approaching positions, likely preparing an ambush. And at that moment, the man reacted instantly. He grabbed the device, threw it to the ground, and tore off the warhead, completely disabling it. The footage shows the drone suddenly losing control and ending up in the hands of the Ukrainian man. The military stressed that this is an example of what not to do. Now, such actions are extremely dangerous, as the warhead could have detonated at any moment. The man miraculously survived without injury.
Що з ним робити? Гарячий.
And with that footage, we conclude this edition of Military Mind. Before more news, update, and commentary, please stay tuned to TVP World.